in our Constitution, we're not guilty until proven guilty or they plead guilty.
Innocent until proven guilty, but for thousands of pretrial detainees currently in county jails across Mississippi, it can seem the other way around.
Pretrial detention is a problem set across the state of Mississippi.
It's not a new problem. Defendants sitting in jail waiting for their cases to make it through the court system. A list of Pine Belt inmates and their arrest dates gathered over a period of months shows just how much of a problem it is. While many are convicted criminals, many others are simply waiting on a slow-moving justice system.
You can sit in jail a long time.
Jennifer Collins with the Mississippi ACLU says there's no one reason for the problem. Take Roderick Green, for instance. He's in the Forest County Jail on aggravated assault, weapons, and drug charges. He was arrested in October of 2014. He's been in jail for more than 3.5 years, waiting on a court-ordered mental health evaluation. James Steelman is in the Lamar County Jail on murder and aggravated domestic violence charges. He was arrested in October of 2012. He's been in jail for more than 5.5 years. His trial is set to begin in September. Then there are others, some not even indicted, who've been waiting for months and in some cases years. Many stay there because they can't afford bail, they're waiting on a grand jury, or because investigations aren't complete.
How big of a problem is this?
It has been a big problem.
Circuit Judge Prentice Harrell says it all creates a backlog on the county level.
Are their rights being violated sitting there?
I hesitate to say their rights are being violated because they do have the right to make bail. However, bail can be expensive for an indigent person, or he simply just cannot make it.
What are some of the other reasons that really leave these pretrial detainees sitting in jail?
Lack of resources is the primary purpose. Lack of simple resources. We leave them in jail because we can't get to them.
Judge Harrell sees firsthand the need for reform.
Staying in jail is not the answer. It simply does not affect. It doesn't rehabilitate them.
With counties footing the bill to house pretrial detainees, it can be a struggle. Counties must balance that with paying for juries and grand juries, all while trying to make sure the wheels of justice turn. Judge Harrell says Pearl River County pays anywhere between $30 to $35 a day to house an inmate. The state doesn't pick up the tab until there's a conviction. When you do the math, it adds up to a bigger issue. Mississippi has no public defender system in place, leaving counties to figure it out on their own.
The fact that detention, that as a system is born on the back of the counties, says that Mississippi has not done its due diligence to ensure that everyone is treated fairly and equitably.
A March report from the Mississippi Public Defender Task Force finds the state has no method of even making sure counties are fulfilling the state's constitutional obligation in providing effective assistance to indigent detainees. That same report finds there are no standards or oversight to ensure appointed defense attorneys have the qualifications, skill, experience, and training to match the cases they're assigned. That's coupled with the finding that those same attorneys aren't given sufficient time or resources and carry excessive caseloads. Collins says that all could lead to a perfect storm of keeping innocent people behind bars.
The public defenders are swamped. I'm not saying that they're inadequate, they're inadequately resourced.
Several years ago, the state of Mississippi funneled money into creating training opportunities for public defenders. But Collins says that doesn't address the lack of a public defense system. Last summer, the Mississippi Rules of Criminal Procedure went into effect, which allows judges to review bonds of every inmate held for at least 90 days. Seeing the problem, Judge Harrell recently implemented a county-level public defender system in 2 of the 5 counties he represents.
They have full-time public defenders that see these people within 3 days. We try to do 48 hours.
Have you seen any type of return on it yet?
Yes, sir. We've absolutely seen. A couple of weeks ago, I took 9 pleas on information.
That means a taxpayer-funded grand jury process and trial were avoided.
This is something you guys did on your own, not something required by the state.
It was a need that needed to be done.
Both Judge Harrell and the Mississippi ACLU believe state lawmakers need to make this a priority at the state capitol, but acknowledge it's tough when you don't have many lobbyists advocating for people sitting in jail. A statewide public defender system will also cost a lot of money.
Mississippi is one of the last states in the union not to have a public defender system. Other states have pretrial risk assessments in place, and some give citations instead of arrests for some crimes, which mandate those accused show up to court. Mike McDaniel, WDAM On Your Side investigates.